In this chapter, we're going to be talking about decision making in Ruby. What I mean by that is, how do we decide whether to run one set of statements or another set of statements based on some sort of comparison or relational expression, which we studied in the last chapter. So we're going to learn how to make decisions primarily using different variations of something called an if statement. So what I want to do is start a Ruby program, and I'll show you how if statements are written. So let me adjust the screen just a little bit there. Okay. We'll start out in comments here, and then I'll write some executable code in just a minute. The way we write an if statement is we write the keyword if followed by a comparison. And a comparison will just be some type of relational expression that compares values, two values typically, but it could be more than two. If the comparison is true, then inside the if we will execute one or more statements. But that's only if the comparison or the relational expression is true. Let's look at how if statements work. We're going to start with a simple example where we're going to retrieve a numeric grade from the user. And then if that grade is greater than or equal to 70, then it will be considered a passing grade. So let me show you how we would write that. First of all, we have to get the grade from the user, and then we're going to convert that grade to integer just to make sure we're working in a numeric context. Then our if statement will say this: if grade greater than equal to 70, put s, pass, and then end. So let's add one little bit to our prototype up above, and that's the end. Different languages use different techniques to signify the end of an if statement. Ruby uses just the keyword end by itself. So let's see how that works. So let's save our program, run back to our command line, run the program. We're waiting for an input, so we'll just write a number. Let's do 88. And we get a pass. Let's run it again. This time we'll enter a number that's below 70, and you'll notice that nothing happens. So going back and looking at the if statement, what we see is that when the comparison is true, the statement inside the if is executed. When the comparison or the relational expression is false, nothing happened. For something to happen, we would need a modified version of this simple if statement called a if-else. And in the next lesson, we're going to take a look at how to write the if-else.